Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. This is Ella speaking.
Hey, Ella, how you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing good.
Good, good, good. Are you from? We had a sessions before, correct?
Oh yeah, we had two sessions in the past. Uh, third one.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you would like to speak about?
Not right now. I do have things I want to say, but I'd rather you go ahead and
Well,
let the spirit guide
the
speak.
reason why I asked is because your spirit guides is said to me she has some stuff that she wants to speak about. And so I asked,
Okay.
Mhm. And so
Yeah.
go ahead.
No. Well, yeah, I have a few things. I just know I have limited time, so I'm just trying to make sure I get everything I need to know in. But as far as I guess I've been having like a lot of anxiety,
Mhm.
thoughts, or just coming to grips that I know I have anxiety, and or I'm having questions about my
Job.
um, rela- relationships and just different things. It's so many things in one, so that's why I just rather just listen, and then if I chime in on something, I mean that might be the most important. But at this time, I just want to just listen.
Okay, well it's up to you. It's however you want to do it, right? But
Yeah.
sometimes in situate or not sometimes in situations, sometimes in sessions, it's always best that the client release themselves, right? Because you may not have a friend or you may not have a person with my type of expertise that is able to assist you with your own feelings, right? And so yeah, the
Right.
message is always don't matter what if I say it to you before or say it to you after, it's still gonna come out. It don't matter, right? But
Yeah. Yeah.
in any event, good sister, before I called you because I was sitting at the table, I'm actually making food for my family. When I was sitting at the table,
Okay.
your spirit guides was speaking to me about change. I'm not sure if you're looking to change your job or to change where you live or you already moved. But change is definitely coming up for you. You want to light up a blue and a orange candle. And when they spoke about the orange candle, they did speak to me about depression, not anxiety, but depression. And so
Okay.
whenever we speak about the orange color, I always relate that to the sacral chakra. And so if you just confirm to me that you're having issues with your relationships, this is why they're saying, listen, tell her to work on that color orange vibration and work with her emotions. The reason why you
Okay.
are going through this anxiety is because you're not allowing the source in you to guide. Understand that you cannot allow doubt and trust to occupy the same space, right? So it's either you are trusting in your higher self, right? And you are trusting in your divine self and you're trusting in the source in you and you're trusting in the universe, or you're doubting yourself. And then when you start to doubt yourself, that's when the anxiety comes up because you don't even know where to go. You don't even know what to say. You don't know how to feel, and you're all confused. And so one of the things that you want to apply to bring down more so that anxiety thing is to start meditating with the color orange vibration as well as the color blue, dealing with that throat chakra, right? Dealing with your throat chakra. Also lapis lazuli is coming up with you just to calm the mind, ease the mind, and things of that nature, and to follow, or rather not follow, but listen to your spirit. Before you follow your spirit, you got to listen to what your spirit is telling you, right? And so
Uh-huh.
and so change is definitely coming if you was considering change. And if you're having issues in your relationship, good sister, I'm just feeling like it's just not for you. It's time that you move your separate way and go elsewhere if it's not compatible with your heart chakra, right? And in any event, because what your spirit guides is saying is that you know what feels right to you and you know what don't. And so we don't understand where the confusion is coming at, is that you're not following your true self, right? Are you pregnant?
No. I've been hearing about pregnancy a lot. I'm thinking to myself as maybe someone around me. I'm actually on my cycle as we speak, but no, not pregnant at all.
It's coming up.
I have no desire to having children. And I want to go speak back about the relationship part. Mm-hmm. The thing about it is, it's not that I have any bad relationships. It's just, it's funny that I'm not. I feel like I'm not sociable due to my anxiety, due to me always in my mind, in my head. I feel like I shut out potential relationships with anyone where I feel like I was battling a lot previously in my years where when I was going through my divorce, I remember I had a session with you before. I was dealing with a man, my children's father, then he didn't want to talk to me. Then we
you have a child.
Again, then we divorced. Now we're back cool. Everything is much, much better. But we're not stressing relationship. We just try to do the co-parenting thing. That I have where I see what they are for. Like, there is nothing like love, like intimacy, romance. It's just, it's just friendships that I have accumulated in my past. It taught me a lot of lessons, but I'm not opening up to new relationships. Like, I feel like I'm in a stagnant point to opening up to new relationships, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Like, I'm ready to do the work of when it comes to my anxiety. Because I feel like I know when it comes, I know how to just relax. Sometimes it's just me being all in my mind, but it's like, I don't know why it's not opening up for me. Because I'm thinking to myself in a past where it used to be easy for me to make friends and to just be that socialite. But I noticed something when I had my first child. Like, I stopped thinking about myself and started thinking more of my baby. And then I had another child, and then my third child. Like, now it's all about my kids.
Oh, so you do?
How
okay.
I'm trying to do for them, where I feel like I've lost myself. I feel sometimes a little bit not pretty or anything like that. When you say something about change, it makes me think about, I was in the thought of wanting to move back home. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama now. But I went home to visit back in March, spring break time, and I just felt so alive and so happy. I was with my friends that I grew up with from high school and elementary, and I just felt good. And like a piece of me left when I came back down, even though I knew it was just for a visit. And I just missed that feeling of being just excited, happy, or feeling beautiful. Like, it's just something about that. I don't know, and I'm just trying to work on that. So, yeah, I'm trying to find out what I need to do to open up or to release, to whatever it takes, because I'm ready for it. I know what the issues are. I'm just ready now. Like, what's the next step? How do I get there? I'm not fearing of it. I just need to know, how do I do it?
That's the reason why. That's the reason why I said if you know how it feels when it feels good. You understand? You know how it feels when it feels good. It doesn't have to necessarily be an external relationship, but all relationship starts within. So when we speak, we're speaking holistically. You right now, you are in alignment, or you have planted the seed to want to be with someone else again, right? And when I asked about pregnancy, the reason why I asked about pregnancy is because I do see a child in the astral world, and it feels like this is your child. And that's the only reason why I asked about pregnancy. So you could have lost a child, or it could be another one that might be coming up, right? And sometimes we don't predict our pregnancies, right? For the most part, pregnancy comes when pregnancy comes. But in any event, good sister, what is your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, yeah.
October 28th.
Yeah, the Scorpion energy, you guys, my best friend and more like my sister, she goes through this anxiety breakdown thing too, right? And the message, and I always tell her, I'm like, why are you stressing out? Don't you feel like everything in a universe is perfect? Do you not feel like everything in this universe is perfect? Better yet, do you not feel like everything in your internal universe is perfect. So if you start to feel and start to look at yourself differently, the way you view things is also going to change. Meaning, I know that I'm a goddess, and I know how to attract my love, and I know how to do this, and I know how to do that. And then two, like I said, work on that reproductive system, the sacral chakra, because Scorpios, that's what you guys govern. The organs that you guys govern is the reproductive system. And so it will make sense of why your spirit guides now say, listen, she needs to work on her reproductive system, or rather her sacral chakra, in order for her to elevate more, because as the saying go, as above, so below. So to the extent that you want to manifest this anxiety or remove this anxiety from your thinking, you also want to work on the lower side of you as well, right? The side of you that feel like, in a sense, you're not worthy of, because sometimes that come about, right? Like, well, why is this and why is that and why can I attract? And you have all of these different questions. Those questions that you have should already be in the past. Those questions that you're having is the ego fucking with you. I'm gonna put it like that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Okay. It's the ego messing with you and want to keep you in the past. You don't want to be in the past because you're trying to manifest the future. You're trying to manifest what you want to be. You're focusing on what already is. You can't focus on what is while trying to manifest what you do not have or what you're about to have. What is doesn't matter. What is like chewing on gum and no flavor. You already had it. You already been through the period of divorce. You already been through that period. You already been through. You get what I'm saying? So it's more so. And then two with Scorpios, you guys are very intuitive, very spiritual, very loving. You get what I'm saying? Ruled by the planetary ruler Pluto. And this is another thing. Anything that you think of or any type of experience, like you going through this anxiety thing, you're going to feel it at a very intense level. Why? Because that's what Pluto would do. Pluto is going to make you feel whatever it is that you are meditating on, because understand that constantly thinking of one thing is a meditative thought. That's meditation. When you're why? You get what I'm saying? It's a lot. I get that a lot from a lot of my Scorpio clients. And I always say that, listen, with Scorpios, you just have to be. You just have to let go. You just have to believe. You just have to be in that mirror and say, listen, this is who I am and this is what's going to happen. Believe that, versus focusing on, yo, why am I catching this anxiety? Damn. You know what I mean? I just get so jittery when I'm around people. Okay, so, and?
Yeah.
And?
Right.
Okay.
See, but like I said, that's how I be talking to myself, because, because I feel like I'm already on point when it comes to, like, okay, this is what this is. This is what I'm going to do. And then, like I say, and I'm not tripping about the things that fail, because I know it is what it is. But I also say I learned a lot. Like, that's what the biggest thing I got from it. I've learned a lot to whatever comes next. I know how to, handle it then. Handle whatever it is, like different relationships. Because I know I'm a control freak. I like being a certain way, and I know how to. Sometimes I have to let that go. But like I also been on I know I've been really thinking about, like, money. I want manifesting different ideas or different things that I want to do when it comes to that. Like, and I get a little stagnant. Like, it seems like this is how it is. I get to the point where I know I need to be, but when it's time to leap over to it, it's like I'm stagnant. Like, you got all the tools, Brittany, but why you ain't moving forward? Like, you got the answer, but why you not moving forward? Like, I don't know if that's some sort of fear to it, or
it is. Let me tell you something. When you talk about money, let me tell you something. Scorpios, I don't give a damn. Scorpios is the number one, the best business partners. I always say that. Scorpios will make you some goddamn money. If you want a good business partner, you need to get with a Scorpio. Because Scorpios know how to calculate, how to maneuver, make it, and fucking sell it back to you. And then after that, you have a Leo. You get what I'm saying? I'm speaking in terms of money-motivated people that takes action versus allowing things to flow to them. You want to make some money, you want to get with a Scorpio. So it's okay, and you guys represents the 8th house of checks and balances, bonds as well, other people's money. So you know how to do it, but again, what is inside of you that is blocking you, or not even blocking you, not allowing you to move forward? I definitely feel like it is the ego. It's the internal ego. It is the internal ego that does not want to see the new you. It is the internal ego that wants you to be locked in as a single mother, crying your eyes out at times, going to bed stressing about when am I going to get a husband, doing this, that part of you, and I'm sure you're feeding it. Are you indulging in more sugar or salt?
I've been on a health kick where I'm trying to do better, eat more greenery. I was just talking to my physician because I was having pain in my abdominal area.
Right, there you go.
My cycles, and my anemic levels were low. Even though I've always been big with eating, like asparagus, all my greenery, black, all that. I still, we didn't know whether or not if it's low iron deficiency or internal bleeding. So I'm waiting to get some more insight with a physician or whatever like that. But I think it's more of me eating, I don't want to say eating better food, because to me, I eat decent. I eat what I need to eat. Maybe I may have to implement it more, but I don't know when it comes to that. But I haven't been really, I'm a water intaking type of person. I don't work out as much, but I'm trying to, I want to do that more. But, how
long have you been on this journey?
I would say I started this about, I had my daughter in 2015, and when that to me, that was my heaviest. I was at 250 almost. But I had last year started working out, not working out, but eating better, and then walking. Just a lot of stress I let go. I got my divorce final. Everything was just going well. So I got down to out of the 200s. I'm just not looking at my weight now. I'm back at like 212. I'm not happy about that, but I've been really, trying to be conscious of what I eat. Calorie intake. Blah, blah, blah.
What do you think made the weight gain? What is it?
I was pregnant, and then also I think it was me. I was in a depression mode. Like I was with my husband, and I was separated, and
that's what I'm saying.
He left. And at the time, I wasn't taking care of myself. Like, I didn't care. And I didn't even realize I got that heavy, like, dang.
That's what I'm saying.
I started, trying to, get over him, even when he met someone else. Like, because I talked to you around that time when he had another lady friend. She had 5 children. And I'm like, that's his priorities. Like, yeah, that's his priorities. Around that time, that's when I was just like, okay, I'm going to let go. It is. Whatever. That's his life. I'm going to do mine. And I didn't even have to work out. My weight started shedding off. Like, I just started being more focused on what I had to do at home or what I had to do with my kids or my life, where the weight and all that type of stuff fell off for me. Where I started drinking more water, just started worrying about me, and that's why I heard people come to me like, "Hey, what have you been doing?" I stopped eating beef at one point too. Like, what are you doing? You looking really good. Your skin clear. Like, yeah, I just been, my mama yelled out, "Well, she let go of that no good man," or something like that. It's not even just that. I just let go. I just let go of things I couldn't control.
And so you.
I think that's one of my issues.
Right, and so you stop feeding that ego you. You stop feeding that depressed you. You stop feeding the pain body you. You step out of the pain body into the God body. So let me explain to you what's happening. You're actually in the God body state, and the pain body is trying to bring you back. What is the issue here? Because you're telling me all success stories. You're telling me all success stories. So it's like, well, I had stopped doing that. Because I'm trying to bring you to the root of why you may be, going through the back and forth. And I'm telling you, the back and forth is coming in.
It's the ego.
It's that ego that wants you to go back to that depressive state.
And And I'm happy. I'm so happy I'm talking to you, and I'm getting more clarity. I feel
Thank
like
you.
I have to sit up in the bed. I feel like a light.
Yes.
Like, I know this might sound to some weird, whatever. But for me, this is my truth. This is what comes to my mind when I'm talking to you about this. When you say ego, now, and once upon a time, before I tell people, before I had kids and all that there, I was like at my best. As far as being sociable. When I tell you I went to Detroit, I was around my friends. It was like a feeling. I felt like I felt better. I felt good again. But I remember a time when I didn't have kids and I felt my best. I used to use my I used to use my looks as my, how people are just naturally socialized. Like, I'm still 100%.
That's Scorpio.
My looks made it more inviting to others and for myself to be able to speak. I know it sounds corny, but that's how it was. After me having my children, I feel like I'm still beautiful, but my body image has changed.
Absolutely.
And I look in the mirror every day, and I don't want to say I'm disgusted, but I'm unhappy about the way that I look. And I know, like, well, if you're not happy with how you look, change it. And I feel like I get discouraged because I want instant gratification, whereas I know I'm going to have to work hard for it. And I get people say, well, girl, get this surgery, get this up. I'm the type of person, I know how I am. I'm real, I want to work hard for what I want to get. But I'm still lazy at the same time. Like, I know that it's going to take work. And I know that will build a lot of confidence in me, whereas it will help with my anxiety and all. Even though it's not for no one else, it'll be for me. I know how I'm supposed to look, and having a heavy midsection and being flabby is not one. I know that might sound like that's serious to me.
No.
That is one of my biggest issues right now that I'm facing with my weight. I feel like I do get treated differently. The way that I do look now, like people say, like, "Hey," but they remember me at a time. Or maybe that's just me in my mind too, But it's just me and my weight. Even though I lost weight, I'm still heavy or flabby in areas where I need to work on.
Can I tell you something, good sister? And I'm glad that you are expressing yourself and rationalizing with yourself, because sometimes you need to hear yourself out, right? With no one judging you type of stuff, right? I always say verbal abuse is the worst abuse that it is, right? Because verbal abuse gets stuck in your subconscious mind, right? And then when it gets stuck in your subconscious mind, that is the image that you portray about yourself, right? And then when we have this image about ourselves, the image that we see now affects our emotions, correct? And so when we say certain things, and this is interesting because the other day I said we need to start to be a bit more mindful of how we speak to ourselves, right? And so you are going back and forth between I am beautiful, but this, but that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is like that verbal abuse in the sense, not saying that you're abusing yourself, but it's within the same alignment. You cannot say that you're a goddess, but then I'm not a goddess. But then what? But I have this midsection. Once you start to verbally express yourself as the person that you are, that is what you're going to perceive of yourself. You don't even have to work out. Let me say something. That's how I do things. And I'm giving it to you because you're a Scorpio. We're in the same goddamn family. We're in the same water sign family, right? So this is the way I visualize myself. I got to work out at night because I can't work out throughout the day. You get what I'm saying? I have to work out at night because I cannot work out throughout the day, but I have to stretch. I got to do something to just maintain some type of healthiness and to not beat myself up. Let me just stretch for 5 minutes. Let me just stretch for 10 minutes. Let me just do 100 jumping jacks and I'm good. At least I did something. And so that will prevent me from feeling like, oh, you're not healthy. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, you're doing that. Little by little. And those little efforts that you take towards your goal is going to manifest. I definitely know for sure that in the near future, you're going to be with somebody very divine. That's what's coming up. However, right now with you, you're not at your best, right? Because you didn't master that ego. So you don't want to also attract somebody else that needs you. You want to attract somebody that is compatible with you. Am I right, good sister? And so, right now, no, this is real deal. And so right now, you may be attracting, if you happen to get with somebody, you may be attracting somebody that has low self-esteem, that is maybe confused at times with themselves, right? Or that isn't sure whether they want to be in a relationship or not. Why? Because you are still suffering, not even suffering, scratch suffering out. You're battling, because suffering and battling is two different things. You're battling with anxiety. You see, you're not suffering from it. You're not a sufferer. You're not suffering. You're battling. Battling means I'm going to defeat. That's what that means. Okay. Right? Yes. And so you're battling and you're defeating anxiety because you are now allowing the source in you to speak to you so that it can properly guide you as a Scorpio. Scorpio deals with the underrealm. Scorpio deals with the occult realm. Scorpio deals with the spirit realm as well. That's why October 31st is the day that the spirits are able to publicly roam the goddamn planet with people with their masks. That's that duality thing. Understand that, good sister. So I definitely feel like, again, change is going to come. Positive changes is going to come. The only thing that is affecting you in a sense is your own mentality, which is that ego. One of the ways that you can, like you said, I just want to know what I can do to just help myself. You want to get you some lavender essential oil. You want to drink some chamomile tea at times. You want to get you some valerian tea. You want to get you, I have a blood tonic on my site, Medina Bush, comes straight from Jamaica. You want to start to cleanse your blood and build up, your immune cells and stuff like that, since you might be possibly anemic, okay? You also want to work with the color orange vibration. While you sit in a lotus position, you're visualizing this nice orange soft color going to your sacral chakra and releasing this depression and emotional feelings, right? You also want to work with, like I said, lapis lazuli. Okay, you can put it around your neck and speak the truth. All right. So there's many different ways that you can. And two, whenever you start feeling these feelings of anxiety, you shut it down. Shut it off.
Right.
Shut it off. Oh, anxiety, cut it out. It's off. It's out. It's out. I don't even know where is that? It's not here. Simple.
Yeah.
Because if you don't think about it, or like I said, if you don't meditate on it, it's not real. Anything that you don't believe in is not real. So if you don't believe that you have anxiety, guess what? You don't have anxiety. So I think it's more of the mind, the mental thing that is, in the sense, you have to work on. And that also, have you ever did a colon cleanse?
I have not, but I've been wanting to do one.
Get you a colon cleanse. Get you a colon cleanse. Do a colon cleanse. Rather you detoxing with herbal tonics. Like I just prepared my client. I did a wormwood and black walnut hull together with some yellow dot to just cleanse out the colon. You're gonna be like really going to the bathroom, or you can constantly do a treatment of a colonic. You get what I'm saying? And get your colon washed out, because sometimes we might have parasites, internal parasites, that is affecting our thinking. That too.
Yeah, I believe that. Okay. I may have to look on your
my site, yeah.
To get that.
The blood
I am interested in that.
Yeah, it's $25.
Okay.
Get you a blood tonic. Cleanse your blood for like 9 days. You get what I'm saying? That little things like that can help. It's probably an internal thing You get what I'm saying? And that's also telling you that the body is off balance. There's some type of hormonal imbalance there because anxiety is taking over and the God like you is not in control. Okay.
All right. Last thing, I know I'm out of time. I know I am.
It's all good.
You said something about a divine relationship, a divine compatibility of someone. Quick question. We spoke about a Leo too, right? Well, Leos being like, when it comes to financial gain or prosperity, they're like one of the best as well. But I had dealt with this guy that was a Leo, and I was in hopes to see him when I went home to visit. But something happened where we didn't meet each other, and I reached out to him, and I felt like maybe he was kind of being, a little distant. We had communicated via Facebook Messenger, and it was pretty, PG-13 was nice. And then afterwards, I asked him, like, what do you do? And it kind of went left, like he almost got offended that I asked. His name is Randall. They go by Randy. He's a Leo. And I have, before I went to visit, I've always felt like I was supposed to see him. We have had a lot of past history. And at one point, I believe that I was pregnant by him, and we were supposed to have our first child, and it didn't go that way. And I think he took that to the heart. I always wanted to know, is that the reason why he was pretty, kind of distant? He was nice and cordial, but he kind of wanted to leave it at that. Like, hey, I remember you. Hey, how you doing? But that's it. Like, I don't know if I upset him or offended him in a way. I just wanted to know why did I constantly kept thinking about Randall, and then when I had a chance to see him, it kind of got, it didn't happen. And I didn't fight it. I'm like, well, maybe it wasn't supposed to happen. But it's like, it just felt like it was supposed to with this Leo. And I kept getting these readings where people saying, like, this Leo's going to come, and I'm thinking it's him. I'm going to reconnect. Just communicate. It didn't have to be no love, romantic thing. Just, reconnect. Sometimes it's good to meet, touch someone from your past and kind of help you identify certain things about yourself that you need to know. Because that's something, sometimes I forget a lot about myself. And it takes an old friend to help me remember. And I'm like, well, why did it stop? What is it? Is it anything?
Well, I feel like with that, no, you didn't do anything wrong to him. I really, truly feel like it's just energies. You get what I'm saying? If the energy is not... You get what I'm saying? If the energy is not right, the universe is not going to make it happen. You understand? He might have been... I'm more so feeling like it was something going on with him. He might have been going through some things that he don't want you to know about. Therefore, he's not making you get close or making you come into his personal life, right? Because I don't feel like he's a liar. I just feel like he doesn't speaks his business in this. He's not comfortable with just coming out all the time and just saying what it is that he wants, or what's happening with him. There was something else that came up, with this guy here, and just in a nutshell, I'm not getting that. Oh, it was you and him was supposed to happen. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to say. You meet people for many different reasons, right? And you also meet people for seasons too, right? And you meet people to learn from them and to bless them, and vice versa, so they can learn from you and you can bless them. Once you have learned, or once they have got their blessings or whatever, it's now time for you to go your separate ways and find your good elsewhere. If the assignment is not a long one, I feel like with you and him, you will make wonderful friends, good friends. But in terms of the relationship, it has to come from both angles. But normally, like I always be like, oh, Pisces, are compatible only with water signs. Now I'm starting to feel like we are just compatible with people's souls. Scratch the sign, And what your spirit guides is saying, if it was for you and him to manifest or to be long term, it will happen soon. But I just feel like he got some things that he got a situation going on.
Okay.
I don't know what the situation is. He has a lot of sisters.
Yeah. You have a what?
Does he have a lot of sisters?
I don't know if he has a lot of sisters. I do know. I think he got a couple of sisters, though. I don't know if maybe just 2. I don't know if he has more than that. I know he's around a lot of females.
Yeah, he's a lot of.
He has a lot of female family.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's him. That's what they're saying about him.
Nice. Yeah, nice guy. I just thought, like, I just wanted to know, like, I ain't want nothing from him, just, hey, how you doing? I'm catching up. And it was just like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, what do you do? It was like, cutthroat, like, why you want to know? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, what you want to know my business for? Yeah, you know how people are. Trying to act like we ain't. Yeah. So, good sister, this session has been recorded. And happy Mother's Day by the way. Happy Mother's Day to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'll send this off to you. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely, beloved. Bye-bye.
Okay.